All right, I'm usually the first one at the boat launch. That was not the case this morning. I just launched at a very busy Hopedale Marina. It's a Friday, it's a gorgeous day. We've had a week of rain, week of high winds, so people are eager to get on the water. I know I certainly am. Absolutely perfect conditions today. Let's see what we can find. All right, I'm starting this morning with a green hornet matrix shad. That's what I caught my fish on last time. Water is, I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The wind that we had the last few days was out of the northeast, and it was strong. Significantly raised water levels here, but it pushed in just some gorgeous water. Water levels are still quite high. Marina parking lot is a little bit flooded, but the tide is falling now. Fishing should be decent this morning and should improve as the day goes on, no doubt about it. I'm just out doing some exploring, fishing new stuff, seeing what I can find, what I love to do. As you can tell, I'm starting the morning fishing small water. This is just a little ditch. It's got 4 foot of water. Oh, good hit. Missed him. I don't know what that was. It's got 4 feet of water. Well, now it's down to 2.5, but got a bend coming up. Definitely have some water there. And it leads to a pond in the back. I'm hoping it'll hold some reds and some trout. When that water pushes in like it just did these past few days, those reds and even the trout move back into that really small water. Sometimes you can do really well. As the day moves on, I'll probably progress to bigger water as this tide falls out more. All right, only one bite in that ditch, but with the water up like this, I wouldn't expect the fish to necessarily be in there, even though that ditch looked really good. Later in the day, that would probably be a place to hit once this tide falls out a little bit. But now we're to the pond. This is something I've got more optimism in, more hope of running across some fish. Hopefully it's got enough water to float us. Today it should, although depth finder is only showing 1.9 right here, so we'll see. We'll get back in here and see what happens. The sun's not very high yet. It's only 7:20, but it's certainly possible we could see a red in here. Water's that pretty. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yep, that's a red. He sure is. One of the many we've been seeing. Small keeper or undersized fish. First of the day. I think he's going to be short. I do want to keep some fish today, and these are the reds I like to keep, but I don't think this one is going to make it. He's 15.5, so we're going to tag him and let him go. All right, buddy. There you go. Those fish have been all over this year. Those little tiny, not tiny, borderline keepers. 50-50, maybe getting a little bit better than that. Keepers to throwbacks. They've been a whole lot of fun to catch. And like I said, I really like those small slot reds to eat. And that's kind of why I came to Hopedale today. The red fishing has been especially good here. And I just have redfish on the brain for some reason. Oh, there's another one. That's another one. He's like the same rubber stamp fish we just caught. Right in that cut right there. I mean, does that look redfishy or what? He will get to swim again, just like his buddy. I'm a video of this release so you can see how gorgeous this water is. That is some perfect water. Both those hits were just absolute slams. How could a fish that size hit that hard? Just love it. I promise you there are some bigger ones around. We just got to find them. Just got to locate them. Oh, goodness, I missed him. Dadgummit. He appeared out of the blue and smoked me. I don't know how he missed that bait. I saw him swim off after I set the hook. That was a definite red. Hit just like those other ones. Absolute lightning bolt up the line. Oh, there he is. I'm not sure what this is. He doesn't feel, well, now he's got an opinion. Another red. Well, what do you know? Are you gonna make the cut? Man, you're long and skinny. You got a shot. You got a shot. I'm thinking not, but you got a shot. How's that for a poem? All right, our first keeper of the day. Barely 16, but these are the ones I like. Absolutely no complaints from me. These little reds are just a blast to catch. They're super aggressive. They're not real picky. They hit super hard. Fun to fight. Good to eat. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yes. You seem to have more spunk than your brethren. Yeah, oh yeah. You're the best fish of the day, no doubt. That's about an 18-incher. We're gonna measure him, but really no need. He's at least 17 for sure. All right, love it when a plan comes together. Now, he was 17 inches, a little bit smaller than I thought, but no doubt about it, keeper. All I'm doing with this matrix, and I got it on a 1/4 ounce. Oh, 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. Speckled trout, there we go. I was hoping to run across some trout. That's a definite keeper. All right. All right. It's about a 14-incher or so. He will definitely eat. He'd be legal even after the size change. And this weekend, let's see, today's a Friday. I think Sunday's the last day you can keep 12 inchers. And we go up to 13 inches. But he is 14. Yeah, so there's trout push up in these ponds as well with these high water events. Certainly not as thick as the reds, but... Oh, there's another one. Another trout. Another trout. And also a good one. And he took it deep. Oh, thought he took it deep. Looked like he had it deep. That's about a 14.5-incher. He's a little bigger. So as I was saying, I'm just throwing the bait out, hopping it, letting it fall. Of course, they're hitting it on that fall. I've got 30-pound braid, 16-pound fluoro leader, probably a little heavy because this water's spectacular. This is the first pond we stopped in. No telling how many other ponds have fish like this. Sure, quite a bunch. Just my personal opinion, but I like dead-end ponds that are irregularly shaped. I don't like the round ones nearly as much. And this one's got all kinds of little nooks and crannies. That's why I looked at it on a map and decided to fish it. This is the same cut. We caught a red in on the way in. We fished around this little pond right here. And we kind of hit it on the way out, caught those 2 trout. No other bites, but before I move on, I'm gonna throw a cork there real quick. Versamax bolt, 16th ounce death grip of the Holy Jolly Matrix shad. I've got my leader pretty short. This pond's only a couple feet deep. Oh, first cast, look at that. I missed him. All right, no other bites in our little cut. And this little section of this pond isn't very big, but I caught a few fish in here, so I'm gonna make another pass and let this cut settle down, hit it on the way out. This is just absolutely my kind of fishing day. Just love it. Temps are mid-60s, so it's cool, but certainly not cold. Just have a light jacket on. We've got a, I'm gonna say 8 mile an hour, maybe 10 mile an hour northeast wind. But back in these ponds, I mean, if it was 20, it would definitely mess you up, but this 10-knot wind is no big deal at all back here. Gorgeous water, lots of bait. Water temp is 64.8, so everything's biting. Just does not get any better. These are the types of days where it's difficult for me to call it a day and go home. I just want to stay out here. All right, we're back at our cut. We didn't get anything in the pond. Should have known better than the fish water I've already fished. Typically when that happens, you don't catch nearly as much. You catch the aggressive ones on the first pass, and you might luck into a fish or 2 on the second, but we did not. So we're just gonna pass through our little cut here and fish the other side. Oh, there he is. Another tattoo. Basically the same. No, he's a little nicer. He's a little more nicer. Just a gorgeous fish. Look at the spots on this guy. All right, I definitely win the most spotted category. Look at this fish. He's got a bunch. Just an absolutely beautiful red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13 spots. Pretty sure he's legal. Oh yeah, he's 17.5. Biggest fish yet. Can't tell you how fun these little reds are. Just having a blast. And again, this is the first pond we've hit. First pond. I suspect we did not just get lucky. I think there's just reds all over in this Hopedale Marsh. My last few trips here, same deal. Just easy to find. No live bait necessary, no dead bait necessary, no gulp necessary. Just get in the pond, beat the banks, and have a blast. Love it. No place I'd rather be. You can tell by how these fish are hitting this bait that they're just darting out from wherever they're holding and just crushing it. They're hitting it with speed. All right, here's our ditch that we used to get back here. This pond kind of has two sections. The area where we caught our fish had 2.5 to 3 feet of water. The other section of the pond, I only caught one in, and it had 1.5 to 2 feet. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes the reds will push back as shallow as they absolutely can. Today, they seem to like that little bit deeper water, or at least in this pond that was the case. So we're gonna go exploring. Obviously I'm gonna fish this ditch on the way out just to be sure. I can't run through here anyway. I'm gonna go continue exploring and see if I can find a pond with some good depth. Maybe it'll hold some fish, we'll see. The water in this ditch, I tell you what, it's drinkable. It is so clear. 3.5 feet right here, I can see bottom. I could read a newspaper on the bottom. Seems to be devoid of fish though. Come back in 6 hours, I bet it won't be. All right, nothing in my little ditch, not surprisingly, but I've made a move. This is a little windy bayou that leads to a pond. Now, I'm hoping to fish the pond, but I don't want to just go blowing in there. So I'm gonna fish this bayou on the way in, fish it kind of quickly. Oh, there's a fish. What is that? Something small. It's a speck. Well, first cast in here. Not a keeper, but it's a bite. Nice little three-way up here. Water flooding out of this part of it. Looks pretty. See if it's got any depth and any fish. Oh, there's one. Yep. Oh, look at that. I think it's a bass. It sure is. I was not expecting to catch a bass today. He's not a big one, but it's a bass nonetheless. Wow. All right, this water's super salty. Definitely not bassy. That's probably the biggest bass that could live in this water. Not a whole lot of water in this cut, but man, that bend up there looks good. We gotta go check it out. We're getting distracted from fishing our pond, but can't pass up something that looks that good. It should drop off in that bend. Only two. Oh, another bite. I bet that was a little bass. This is just, look at this. I don't know if you can see that. That's just beautiful. Oh, there we go. There we go. I knew there had to be fish here. I think it's got to be another red. Yep, he's acting like a red. Yep, he's a red. All right, not a keeper, but a good hard hit and a fun fight, and I'm not complaining. So long, sucker. Get out there and grow and bite again. Yeah, you see something this pretty, you just gotta fish it. There's gonna be game fish around here somewhere, you gotta figure. Oh, there he is. And speckled trout, also in our little bend. All right, dude, thank you. You're a keeper, I think, for the next 2 days. By the time you see this video, this fish will not be a keeper. But today, I think he is. I think he's 12. He is not 12. Wishful thinking. All right, this bayou is another one worth coming back to once that water falls out. But let's keep on with our mission. Get to that pond, see what we can catch in there. All right, now we're in our pond. So far, so good. We're pretty close to the bank, and it's 2.8 feet. So it's got some decent depth. Water's, oh, I saw you hit it. Dadgummit. Water's almost as pretty as what we left. That was probably a red. I saw him dart out, felt him hit the bait, but he spit it almost immediately. Couldn't tell what kind of fish it was, just saw the flash. Believe me, the water's great. What we left was just ridiculous. Our sun is gone, so sight fishing is out of the equation. All right, I think I might throw that blade a little bit. Got a gold blade tied on. You can cover some water faster. Let's see if we can find a few fish. We got a 1/4 ounce death grip with a shrimp creole matrix shad on here. I prefer throwing this when the sun's out, not when it's overcast, but I can fish it a whole lot faster. So let's see, maybe it'll pay dividends for us today. Good thing with this bait, little reds and big reds like it equally well. Oh, there's a red. Oh shoot, he saw me. That was a big fish. That was a big fish. I don't know if he came out on camera or not. I saw him at the last possible second. He was riding high, but he saw me when I saw him. It's a good sign. Definitely some reds in here. Now we just got to throw in front of one. Now I got to keep my eyes peeled, even though I really can't see through this water well at all with this hard overcast. Oh, there he is. There he is. That's a good one. All right, that's not like what we've been catching.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, Siri, just leave me alone. Goodness, that's a big one. I see the weight coming out. That's a big red. We're gonna let him fight as long as he wants. Yeah, I can't budge him. He's big. It's a big fish. He was in that pocket. Definitely the theme of the day is pockets. Haven't caught any fish on points. They've all been in pockets. Dude, I know you're not even close to done. I know you're not even close to done. I can't pick this fish up. Oh, don't go under the boat. Don't do that. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Go ahead. Pull some drag. Wear yourself out. It's the only way this ends. I'll tell you what, this fish doesn't look quite as big as he's fighting. He's just a spunky one. Of course, the water is 65 degrees. They can fight a lot longer than that than they can in 45 degrees or 95 degrees. I mean, believe me, he's a nice fish. Oh yeah, yeah, he's a good fish. He's a good one. All right, dude, you worn out? I know I am. You just come over here. I'll introduce you to my net. Stepping on the net. There we go. All right, we got him. We got him. Hooked perfectly right in the mouth with the line outside, so it's not wearing on his sandpaper lips. All right, that's not a rat red. That's a beautiful one. Really good fight with this fish, about 27 inches. It's gorgeous, real fat, super healthy. We're gonna let him go. There he goes. So it seems like that's what's everywhere in this South Louisiana marsh, particularly here in this Hopedale area. Big upper slots or over slots and fish that are just under or barely over, just under the minimum or barely over. Not a whole lot of fish at all between, say, 18 and 24 inches at all. We clearly had some bad spawns, followed by at least one really good one, because these marshes are full of 15 to 17 inch reds. Without question, it's the best redfish action I've seen in years, no doubt. I kind of stopped targeting reds at all, and now I'm having a blast. All right, really spectacular day here in the Hopedale Marsh. As I mentioned, this type of redfish action is going on all over South Louisiana. It just seems to be especially good here. Fish are not hard to find at all. We found them everywhere we went today. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. You can do that by clicking that button right there. Also, here's 2 videos that YouTube thinks you will like. Check those out. All right, until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.